Hey, I'm E. You got legend. This is Anything Goes
podcast. And like we normally say, this podcast can be very controversial. It's our own life experiences, our own opinions. It is what it is. If you don't like this podcast, you know what you can do. And I'm going to keep saying it, and I don't care. You probably heard it last week when you watched our episode. And if you didn't and you catching up on this week, I want to let you guys know that we got nominated for the Baltimore Impact Media Awards for New Podcast of the Year. And also, your girl Legend got nominated for Female Podcast Host for the year 2022. So let's clap that up. First of all, I don't know if we do a church clap or just a snaps. I don't know. However you feeling. So thank you. So E, what do we have today?
We got a black queen here. She out here doing it, getting money.
Snacks.
Like, she in a whole law situation, but I'm going to let her tell y'all what she do. Go, my sister.
My name is Connie. I am a criminal law attorney here in Baltimore City. I was born and raised here. Not only do I practice law, I also volunteer with a couple of nonprofit organizations that address issues of homelessness, inadequate housing, education. Just trying to give back to the community.
Woo! Black girl magic. I'm sorry. Woo. Girl, I'm loving this. Well, you know, let me tell you something.
Was she done? Were you done?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
She was done.
All right.
You would have
Jumped
known
the
if you
fence.
listened.
I did. She was still talking, but go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, black girl, man, let's clap that up. First of all, not only were you born and raised here, but you decided to stay here and practice here.
Yes.
How important was that for you to do?
I think because growing up in Baltimore City, all you see is people like us, and then the people that you see as far as the criminal justice system are like them. And
Who's them? Okay.
not having that representation for us meant a lot for me. So stepping in and trying to be that change in the system that I wanted to see has been very crucial to my growth in the legal community.
Whew. I could cry. This is amazing. I'm sorry. I love it. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. Go ahead, E. Give me a minute.
Give you a minute to do what?
Because this is fucking beautiful. I don't care what you say. Like, most people who go to school, they do things like that. They leave. They don't stay here. Like, how many people really stay here in Baltimore when we make it or we doing something positive?
Yo, she gonna end up leaving soon. She making her way to leave.
What makes you think she leaving her way to leave? Why?
Cause this ain't the best city to live in,
But why isn't it?
Why isn't it?
Yeah.
Crime, drugs, all the bad rappers you gotta listen to. Like it's a lot of things. North Avenue, like a lot of shit. You plan on staying here?
That's the plan. The end game for me is to become a judge. So
okay.
In order to become a judge in Baltimore City, you have to live in the city. So
how does that work? Like is there a certain amount of years you gotta practice to become a judge?
No, it's all about networking and who you know, basically.
So do you know the right people?
I know of them.
Oh,
Do I interact with them? Not really. Not on the level that I should if I wanted to progress faster.
Well, what you mean, shy?
No, I'm not shy. It's just I'm not them, if that makes any sense. Like, I grew up in the real Baltimore City. Like, I grew up West Baltimore. I went to Lafayette Elementary School. I went to Calverton. I went to Roland Park. I went to City. I've lived and experienced a lot of things. So it's pretty different for me because I like to say that I'm a lawyer by trade, not by, practice. So a lot of people, they knew they wanted to be a lawyer early on. Like, I fell into the profession. And so I don't really interact with those people on the level that I should to progress my my career faster because I still hang out in the city. I still volunteer in the city. Like, I still live my life like a regular person.
So you saying you don't mix it up with the whites enough?
I wouldn't say that because surprisingly, in Baltimore City, the larger population of lawyers are African American, actually.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Okay.
So, no, it's not that. It's just I prefer to hang with the people that I hang with.
Okay. And what percentage of those people are like male and female?
What, as far as attorneys?
Yes.
In Baltimore City, it's probably 50-50. I'm thinking of, I can't speak for all the attorneys. I'm thinking of the bench as far as the judges in Baltimore City. A large population of females, actually.
Oh
Okay.
wow, I didn't know that.
I don't think she knows it either. It sounds like she guessed, but
No, I'm telling you,
Oh,
like
okay.
a large population of the bench is female, African American female to be exact.
oh yeah, that's what we was talking about.
Yeah.
So you said you fell into it. How did you fall into becoming a lawyer?
I went to school for social work. That was my undergraduate. Probably like year 3, my advisor realized that I was taking a whole bunch of science classes because I like science, but it's too easy for me to want to do it as education wise because I would get bored with it. I struggle with reading and history. And so he was trying to get me to switch over to pre-med. But as a foster kid or being in the foster care system in Maryland, they only pay for you to go to school for 4 years. So for you to switch over that late in your college career, it would have been an additional like year and a half that I would have to stay. So I was like, I can't stay because I can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
So the compromise was to sit for the LSAT, and if I got a good score in the LSAT, apply for law school, and then go the law school route.
What's the LSAT?
It's like the SATs for law school, basically.
Oh, okay. So that's not the bar exam?
No, that's after law school.
Oh,
so you got
that's
to take the LSATs to get into law school. You do the 3 to 4 years of law school if you decide to do evening program versus day program, and then afterwards you have to sit for the bar in the state that you want to practice in.
Okay.
Was the bar hard? Because I hear ups and downs, different stories.
So they say that Maryland has the hardest bar exam because not only do you have to get through the multi-bar examination, which is the multiple choice part of the exam. I think it's like 100 questions. I can't remember. I try to black it out. It's a hard part of my life. But then you have to go through 8 short essays and then an MPT, which is like a extended essay. And you have, so the first day is all essays, and you have, I think, 7 hours to finish it, and then the second day is your multiple choice. So they always tell you the first day, look around and see who's there, because they're not going to show up the second day.
Oh, wow.
And I always thought that was a joke until I actually sat for the exam. And the second day, half of those people did not, they did not come back.
And you think that's probably because they thought they failed the first day?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So are both sections time?
Yes.
How much time for the
Well, they give you the whole 8 hours. I think it's 7 hours because you get an hour lunch break. So it's an 8-hour day, like it's a full blown work day of you doing this exam. But you have to pace yourself enough so that you can get through all of these essays. And it's not like you just, got that 2-line question like, what did Bob do? Blah, blah, blah. No, like it'd be like a whole page that you gotta read, and then you gotta write at least like 5 pages on a legal analysis of the question. So my problem is I went to Baltimore City Public Schools. I read slow. I read with my finger up under the words.
Oh, you Fantasia read.
Oh,
So I can speed read. But you asked me, what did you just read? And I can't comprehend. I can't tell you what I just read. So for me to comprehend, be able to break down the question and respond in a 5-page essay.
That's tough.
Oh, I'm one finger in it, one to get through it.
So did you have any doubts about passing after you took it?
Absolutely.
But I'm talking about like when you did the first day and you actually came back for the second one.
So I had doubts coming into the first day because they encourage you to take a like a bar prep course before you take the bar exam, because what you have learned in law school is not applicable in any way on the bar exam.
Damn.
you just wasted 4 years of your life because half of that stuff they done taught you in school, unless you took the courses that are going to be tested on the bar exam, which you don't know what they're going to test because they change it every year. You up shit's creek without a paddle.
No cheat code. That's crazy.
Right. So you have to take a bar prep course. And like during the bar prep course that I took over the summer, I couldn't get through the essay portion fast enough. Like I was not timing fast enough to get through it. So I was like, I'm not gonna finish. It's not that I don't know the material, it's just that I'm not gonna finish in time. So that was what my issue was walking into it, especially the MPT. So they encourage you to take 25 minutes per short essay, and then for the MPT, 90 minutes.
Okay.
I was never finishing the MPT because the MPT, they give you the question, which is like half a page long. They give you like 2 cases to read, which could be anywhere between 2 pages to 4 pages long. And then they give you some statutes, like laws, that you have to read through. And then you have to incorporate all of this in your analysis for how to answer the question. I was never finishing that because I read slow.
That's a lot of reading. It's no wonder a lot of y'all got glasses, yo.
So I cried every day because I'm like, I'm not going to finish this essay. Like, I'm not going to get through it. And so sit down on test day. I'm flipping through to see, what type of questions I got. Because they told us, historically, like in the past 5 years prior to me taking the test, that they don't test crim law, they don't test crim pro, they don't test property, they don't test any of the stuff that was my strong suit. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, they gonna test torts, they gonna test everything I know nothing about.
I don't know nothing about nothing. Like crips, temps, torts, properties.
So when I flipped through to just see the type of questions that they were asking, it was 2 crim law questions, it was a crim procedure question, it was a civ pro question, there was a property question, and then the MPT was basically a scenario about a young lady she was raised by her grandmother. Her grandmother was sick, and she was fighting with her job to get FMLA because her grandmother didn't formally adopt her. Mm-hmm. And so what was a blessing for me was that I was literally going through that process with my job. So I was familiar with the law, and I was already familiar with the case law. So I didn't have to read any of it. So I didn't have to struggle with the reading. It was just start writing.
So you got a little bit of luck.
Right. So I was like, oh, yeah. So first day out, I was like, oh, I got this. Because it was all the stuff that I knew. And so I got through that. I breezed through it. I finished like an hour early. That second day, started reading them multiple choice questions, went to sleep.
Sleep?
I went to sleep. I was so stressed out. I was like, oh, I don't know this, I don't know that. It was the repeat of the SATs all over again. I don't know this, or this. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to sleep.
What you mean you went to sleep though? Like how you passed then?
Went to sleep.
How long was the nap?
I was probably down for like a solid 30 minutes before my table mate, because they put you at a table like this. Somebody's right here and then somebody's right there. 2 people at a table. So first day I introduced myself to my table mate. I don't even know where that man was from, but I was like, if I put my head down too long, I went to sleep. That's what I do in high stress situations. I go to sleep because whatever. I was like, so could you, just kick the table for me to wake me up? So I was probably down for like a solid 30 minutes.
Well, shout out to that man for letting you get the sleep out.
No, he should have woke me up sooner than that. So then,
needed that.
Because it was like, when I woke up, we probably had, because I did it towards the end. So when I woke up, I probably had 20 minutes left. I just flipped through the pages and bubble. It was multiple guesses at that.
Oh, so you guessed your way through?
I guessed my way through the second part. So I was like, yeah, I failed. Because you got to get a certain amount of questions right. Even if you do good on the essays, you got to get a certain amount of questions right on the multiple choice for you to pass.
Is it like a percentage? Like you got to get like 80%?
Yeah.
Or, is it 80?
Yeah.
And you still got it?
I guess so. They don't show you how many questions you got wrong as long as you pass.
Oh,
so
all right. You just know you passed.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, because I left out of there, I called my brother like, yeah, so I'm going to need to have to borrow $5,000 because I'm going to take this again.
It costs $5,000?
Between the prep course, the test, the software that you got to put on your computer, yeah, it's about $5,000.
So, like, to even take the bar, do you got to go to school for the bar?
In Maryland, yes.
Oh, so that's just strictly for Maryland.
No, most states do. I think it's like maybe 3 states where you can go through like the apprenticeship program where you shadow an attorney. Like in California, Kim K, basically, she didn't go to law school. She basically shadowed an attorney.
She a lawyer?
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't
But
know.
she probably
I
on
know
her way to
she
being
she
one.
passed the
I'm about to
baby
say
bar
she
or
passed the
something.
baby bar, but I don't think she's
What's a baby bar?
I don't know. Talk to
Oh,
California.
alright.
That's
California
a different
baby
state. Yeah, that's a different state, different rules.
So what about like 50 Cent got the show out called For Life, where the guy became a lawyer in jail and to defend his own case. So you can become a lawyer. Why you? I'm asking. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, because I was back then, where you could get degrees in jail. I don't know if.
Because they say it's based on a true story, though.
I know.
Yeah.
And I watched the show, and I think I read the book on him. I think they gave us the book at work, to be quite honest. So I read it, but I don't know any people who have been in jail that long to have gotten a legal
It's called
degree.
For Life, so he had time.
There are people who are in jail who, sit in the law library and they file motions and they educate themselves on it to represent themselves in court.
Oh, so you saying maybe, but I thought he was a real lawyer though.
Yeah, he ended up being a real lawyer, yes.
Okay.
He got barred after he got released from jail.
Oh, okay. But he just had the right to represent himself.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So do you keep any of the all them books you had to read, or you resell them?
What, from law school?
Uh-huh.
So I kept all of my criminal law books. I kept my family law books. That's it.
Oh, okay. So I know somebody trying to buy a couple of them.
Yeah, those I wouldn't give up.
Why not?
I need those.
For what?
For her next ventures in life.
For the knowledge should be in here.
Nah.
In here.
I mean, the law is constantly changing for one, so I would hope they would get updated.
You know what I'm saying? The law, yeah, you ain't gonna need the old books.
I mean, the legal books have sentimental value to me because the professor who I went through criminal law with, he wrote them.
Okay.
So, and he retired, and
well, you said you sounded like he wasn't the way.
I know he was sick at one point, so like.
So what is called when like when you in court, right? And they be like, no, we can't do this because on June 13, 2018, this was passed by that. You know what I'm talking about? Like when they go through they be like, somebody won this case on this date, so now that's embedded in law because they won that case. All right, moving on. You know what I'm talking about?
Wait a minute.
I need another example. Like, give me an example.
That was my example, yo.
So you saying somebody was fighting up get a law pass? Is that what you're saying?
Like if one judge kind of agreed to it, you can look back at that date, and because that judge agreed to it, you gotta agree to it.
So I think what you're trying to explain is like, okay, I'll give you an example. Marijuana cases, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at one point in time, marijuana was illegal and you could go to jail for it. And then they have since changed the statute to make it so that it's only a citation.
All right.
So if somebody gets arrested now for marijuana, well, unless it's over 10 grams, they're not getting arrested. They're only going to get a citation. Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Then no, I don't know.
All right, that's cool.
I'm still trying to figure it out. Is it something you got charged for?
We dropping it, moving on.
Oh, okay.
No, because I really want to understand.
Well, maybe I can think of a better example later.
Okay.
You feel me? Golly. But being like a powerful black woman, like, is it hard in the dating field? Because they say y'all women don't like to date certain guys because y'all make more money than them, and y'all need a guy that's on some type of level, and Y'all don't want to settle, per se.
So I'm going to correct your phrase as in being a powerful black woman. I mean, I'm powerful in myself, but it's not for career-wise why I'm powerful. I'm just powerful because I'm me.
But we talking about career-wise.
But no, as far as career, that should mean, I mean, it's a plus, but it should mean nothing in the dating field. I don't think that, I mean, is it difficult? It can be, but I think it's difficult for any females this day and age. I think that society makes it so that if a guy is too romantic or if a guy shows too much interest in a female, he's a simp. Or he could just be assertive and know what he wants.
Or he could be a simp. There's always that.
So, I mean, I think that's a problem. That's a societal problem. I don't think it has anything to do with profession. I think that's an issue amongst the board for females.
So basically, you saying you would date a broke nigga?
I'm not saying that.
You just said that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not looking for somebody to be rich.
So you can date the guy who worked at Amazon warehouse?
Yeah.
That didn't sound too believable.
Yeah.
Like, this same thing goes, we need a little bit of truth. Where that Bible at? I wasn't bringing that up.
I'm about to say.
So you could date the warehouse worker?
I could.
Or the McDonald's guy?
No.
Nah. The smell gonna bother me.
What you mean?
They gonna come home smelling like grease.
What if he could bring the fries home, though?
I don't want that.
You don't want that?
I don't like that.
So, fast food guys is out.
Yeah. For me personally, I can't tell you that other black female lawyers won't entertain them, but for me personally, it's a no.
Would you date a white guy?
For me personally, no. No. I like to date people I can relate to. So.
Well, what about a white guy
No.
God, you ain't even let me get it out.
No.
So you knew where I was going with it.
No.
Okay. But if he was a relatable white guy.
Oh my God, she said no. She only
relate
likes her
to
kids.
and identify with.
Okay, well you gotta mention that. Yeah,
okay.
That's all I'm saying. So Puerto Rican school.
Depends on if I can relate to him and identify with him.
So what if you can relate to and identify with the white guy?
I probably can.
Oh, all right. Okay. Touche.
Oh my God. Okay.
I feel you.
Can you name some of the non-profits that you work with?
Homebound Baltimore Incorporated. Well, we just got incorporated recently. They work with the homeless population. The William Aloysius Haley Foundation works with the family population, people who experience homelessness or mothers who are struggling with stable housing and just trying to reinstitute that family feeling. Who else have I volunteered with? I also volunteered with the National Adoption Day program, which happens in October every year. All the kids who are getting adopted in Baltimore City, they come down to the courthouse. There's this full-fledged program. Each kid gets adopted, gets a certificate, take photos. It's a pretty nice little experience. Those are the main. GEM, Girls Empowerment Mission, which is based out of Chesapeake High School in Essex.
Okay.
Which works with underprivileged young females and help them through their high school experience, as far as getting them linked with a mentor, assisting them with college applications and things of that sort.
I didn't even know we had an adopted day here. I'm just learning so much right now. I didn't even know that that was even a thing. So do you be there on that day when it happens?
Yeah, it's usually. I want to say it's the first Saturday in October, whatever that day falls on, and it's national. But Baltimore, we do it down in the circuit court, and it's a nice little program that they put on.
Anybody can come?
Yeah.
Or,
Well, I mean, with COVID, it's been a little different the past 2 years. But typically, yeah, anybody can come. They usually do it in the ceremonial courtroom, which is on the 4th floor of the Clarence Mitchell Courthouse, which is like the big courtroom with the big ceilings. I don't know if y'all have ever been in there. It's like the best looking courtroom in the building, to me personally.
Niggas don't
they
want
just
to
thought
be
they
in
looked all the
courtroom.
same. I'm gonna say they just look the same to me.
I don't want to be in a courtroom.
No, that one you would remember it because I mean it's a nice looking courtroom. They got the jury box on both sides.
Might be the last one you see.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, they do it in there. Usually they have speakers come in and present. There's a judge the judge who is usually in charge of family court sits and presides over it, and each family comes up that's adopting a kid, and they'll say the kid's name and give them a certificate.
Oh wow. That'll probably make me cry.
Do you ever like get emotional about any of your cases, where as though the verdict made you cry?
No, I haven't cried over a case yet, but I do get frustrated with some of the cases that do come through. Yeah.
Because you're losing?
It's not about winning or losing. Like that's never the thing. I mean, because justice looks different for each person. It's just frustrating when what you think justice should look like looks different than what a jury in Baltimore City thinks it looks like.
That's a good one.
I don't know what to say.
That's a good one.
It's not about winning or losing.
That's not. I don't know.
I don't know neither.
I
know if I hire somebody, I want to win. Like, what you mean? It ain't about winning or losing. I'm gonna give you the best representation that I can. I promise you. No, nigga, I want to win. I'm not paying you to lose. Like, what you mean?
And I get it from that perspective. I mean, of course, somebody who's being charged with something who is you don't want to go to jail. Nobody wants to go to jail.
Or at least give
However,
me like a nice deal. You feel me?
He's just getting a nice deal.
Something.
but sometimes the bigger picture is not about you or the person as a defendant. Sometimes it's about the community at large. Like, what's in the best interest of the city? Like, maybe in the best interest of the city, you need to be in jail. Like,
depending on the charge.
or maybe you need to get services.
evidence.
Or, right. I mean, like.
Niggas will not hire you after this. Like, the best interest of the city. What are you talking about? Like, I see. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Mm-hmm. She did say she want to be a judge. I see what she's doing.
She has to do
they be working. They be working, bro. Lawyers meet up together. Now, who you got? Oh yeah, you give me him. I give you. Oh yeah, we going. Oh, let's go golfing later. Like,
who's going golfing?
This is all E's opinion. He don't know this is real.
Oh, my fault.
He do
let's
not
go
know
to Black
that.
Swan later. Like,
He does not know the real facts. He don't know the real facts. He just saying that. He don't know for real.
let's talk over
That's
our
what he
case
think.
at brunch over mimosas. Like,
No.
I see the game, yeah. All right. They see you know. Put yourself out there. What's in best interest of the city?
Alright, so have you ever came across people like you about to do your case and they look at you like you don't know your knowledge, like they sleep on you? Like any type of intimidation things happen or
I mean, I've had people walk past me and they're like, I'm looking for such and such, and I'm like, I'm right here, and they're like, oh, I thought you was a little kid. I got that like early on in my career.
mm-hmm.
As far as intimidation, I mean, I've had people buck at me. I've been called probably every B word in a book. Everybody think, I'm the worst person in the world sometimes. Like, some people love me. Like, it varies on, I guess, your experience and your encounter with me. Because, I mean, everybody doesn't get the same person.
Do you know your clearance rate? Is that what it's called?
Clearance?
Your conviction rate?
clearance rate.
Man, how many cases you won, man? Let's get to the...
Yeah, so I've probably, in Baltimore City, I've probably handled about 400 cases in 7 years, maybe.
400, 7 years.
Currently, I have about 80 cases that are active right now.
Are you always optimistic with your cases, or do you ever like take or have a case when you like, yeah, I know I'm gonna lose this?
It's tough to say whether or not you're gonna like, win or lose a case, as you're saying, because most cases are held in front of a jury. So you have to convince 12 to 14 people from Baltimore City your way or another way. Like, and it's tough because not everybody has the same upbringing, not everybody has the same morals, not everybody has the same ideas as to what they think is the right answer. Some people, you give them the law and they will just say, I'm not reading that. Like, most people don't read because they gotta read like this with the finger. So they're not reading that, they're going off their feelings.
Exactly.
And so you never know what you're going to get. It's always going to be a 50-50 toss-up with juries in Baltimore City.
So do you think, is there a better way to do jurors?
I feel like I wish that jurors sat for a longer period of time like the grand jury. Because the grand jury, they get trained and then they sit for anywhere between 3 months to 6 months. So eventually, like in the beginning, they may be acting off of their feelings and not necessarily the law because they're learning it. But then by the end, they're going off the law and they're able to set aside their feelings and actually make a ruling based on the law. And then a lot of them come out of it and are like, well, no, that law needs to be changed. And then we get people who go down to Annapolis and they advocate for the laws to be changed. A lot of people don't know what the law is, and so they get upset when something happens and then do nothing. Like, until you change the law, you can't blame the police, you can't blame the mayor, you can't blame the governor. You have to go down there in Annapolis and advocate for the laws to be changed.
Okay. So Blue Lives Matter to you.
That's not necessarily the case, but like, I'll give you a law that needs to be changed, that has not been changed, and I'm sure everybody in this room has violated it. Do you know that oral sex is still illegal in Maryland?
Is what?
It's illegal.
Excuse me, say that again.
It's illegal.
Oh, wow.
But how can you get locked up for it? How can you even prove it?
You can admit it.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's illegal though?
It's illegal. It is against the law in Maryland to perform oral sex. It's called a perverted practice.
Wow.
It has been the law. It has not changed.
Yo, your people, yo.
It doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's consensual. It doesn't matter if it was not consensual. The law states that it is illegal to put your mouth on somebody's intimate part.
Oh, wow.
And what law book is that in?
I want to say it's
crazy,
Criminal
yo.
Law Article 3.
You will remember that one.
3, 6.
9?
No, it's like, I think it's 3610, maybe 310. I'm about to say I can pull it up, but
No, you ain't gotta pull it up. I'm just saying that's them Anglo-Saxons, yo.
It's illegal. But the statute is weird because so it's called perverted practice. It's illegal to perform oral sex and it's illegal to have sex with animals. It's all written into one statute. It's weird.
Well, the animal shit I can agree
Right,
with.
but why are they in the same?
I don't
But they
know. I don't. Maybe because as blacks we were once looked at as animals.
But that's for anybody. Right?
But
You
to
were white,
I'm just.
Hispanic,
I don't know.
you're not supposed to do it.
I wasn't there when they made it, so I couldn't tell you that.
But
for to be
it's
with
still
animals, it's a little crazy. It's a little bizarre.
So you out here breaking the law, my guy?
Oh. Oh, you just want to accuse me out here eating vaginas?
Or ass?
Oh, wow.
Oh, you can talk like this? Because this ain't thing goes. We about to get into some shit like that then.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
why?
an example of a statute that really just needs to be repealed, but nobody has gone down to Annapolis to say, hey, like,
so you mean
do
to tell
something
me
about this.
You can go on Calvert Street or to a courthouse and I can say, this person did this to me, had oral sex on me, and they're going to go arrest them.
You might not get a arrest warrant, but you can get a summons and come to court for it.
Oh, wow. That is crazy.
Everybody getting locked up. That's the case.
So, you give, like, arguments in the courtroom. Have you ever fumbled?
It's an argument going on outside. God
But,
damn.
like, stumbling over your
Yeah,
words
like your
and
words,
stuff
like
that.
got so nervous, like you prepared for the case, you're not in there opening remarks and closing remarks, whatever. Have you ever just like not delivered?
No. I mean, I get through it. There was one time where I had, like, I could feel myself having an anxiety attack because, like, I really, really wanted a certain outcome in the case. So after we finished closing arguments, I asked to step out the room and like went in the bathroom and passed out. But like, because like my anxiety was like really high. But typically, no. I mean, as far as fumbling since COVID took place, like trying to convey your emotions and talk to a jury with a mask on is kind of difficult. So like I tried to switch over to like the see-through mask. But those things are horrible. Having glasses, and then having glasses
Everything
on
foggy.
with the mask, everything is foggy. So like, you kind of like stuck standing at a table or whatever podium they allow you. Like you can't move around the courtroom. So that's like,
So you can't put the real like emotion and feeling into it.
You can't be theatrical, no.
That's the best part.
Because you're more focused on trying to at least have
Get
them
the words
hear
out.
you. The mask is muffling everything. Like the microphones don't amplify your voice; they only record. So,
Dang.
So they won't give y'all microphones. Like y'all ever thought about asking for like a microphone or?
yo, that courthouse is old as dirt. They barely can keep.
You got
barely
get a
got
Bluetooth one.
They barely got Wi-Fi in that courthouse. So no.
All this money y'all making though, man.
Who?
I seen what you pulled up in. What you mean who?
Who?
You.
That's being financially responsible and saving up for what I got.
I'll go in there.
Did you lose any family and friends once you told them that this is what you wanted to do?
People think, once they hear you're a lawyer, they think they can call you for every legal problem, issue, question that they
You got the answers.
They call you, my boss said I was an NIGGA. Okay. Can I sue them? I mean, you can. Are you going to win? That's always, no. Like, what are you wasting your time for? Like, quit. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but like, I'm not an employment law attorney. No, I'm not going to help you go down to child support and get yourself out the arrears.
Wow.
No, I'm not showing up at the MVA to get your license unsuspended.
Wow.
No, I'm not.
That's not what she did.
That's not what I did.
Why? Is what I'm asking. Like when you got people in family that, you know, they can reach higher places than you can, as family, yeah, you expect them to reach.
So when my $200,000 in student loans need to be paid, who paying that? Law is my bread maker, right? That's how I make money. You ain't paying me. You taking money out of my pocket
So
by asking for legal advice.
$200,000.
Yeah, is you gonna pay that?
You need OnlyFans at this point.
You not paying that, so no, you cannot call me at every beck and call for some question that I didn't even specialize in.
But I look at it like, yo, we only having conversation. You can call your homegirl up and talk about Tony who brought you drinks last week, but you can't give me no conversation.
I don't want to talk about work unless you paying me. I talk about work at work. So catch me when I'm on the clock, and if I want to answer your question, I will.
Oh, so I just got to call you during work hours.
And if I answer your question, I will. And then if I don't feel like it, I won't.
Okay.
But no, I don't.
Business.
Different lawyers specialize in different things. So no, I'm not gonna give you family law advice. No,
Well, you
not
can't.
gonna
You
help
can't even direct the person to a family law, a family lawyer. But you know them. You might know a good
I don't.
one.
What part don't you understand? I don't socialize with them. I don't hang with them. I don't I'm a lawyer by trade.
So how you gonna be a judge? You gotta play the game.
She said that
we just go through this whole rigmarole in the beginning.
You gotta play the game. That's your problem.
Exactly, but
She said that.
No, you gonna drink mimosas. You gonna go to them brunches.
Mimosas.
You gonna go to them brunches, and you gonna play golf.
I'm not playing golf.
Oh, you gonna play some golf? Oh, you better. You better hold the cat.
Play golf?
Yo, golf and judges, it go hand in hand. Every movie
Stop
you
watching
see,
TV.
them judges, they swinging. I mean, they old. They not athletic. They not hooping no more.
They might not be swinging. I mean, they might be swinging, but that's not who you need to get in with. Like, the governor appoints the judges in Maryland. So
the governor, who that Hogan?
Right now. Yeah.
Oh, what, he about to be out?
Yeah, he can't run again.
Oh.
He already done did his 2 terms.
Oh, when that happened though? Like when he
November is the gubernatorial race.
The who?
Gubernatorial election.
Oh, okay.
When we vote for it,
yeah.
Oh, all right. Is them polls already out?
What, like who's running?
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people out there that's saying they're going, but
saying they're gonna run, but
I haven't well educated myself on that yet. Nah.
All right. Cool.
So when do you think you're gonna start rubbing elbows, going to the mimosas, and swinging golf?
I don't want to. That's the problem.
But you gonna have to.
I don't really want to, but I mean, I'm probably by like year 9 I'll start. Cause I mean, ideally, if I can start making my way or get onto the bench by year 10 or 11, that would be.
Okay.
So do you have to be a certain age to be a judge, or you can be any age? Okay. Cause normally when I see them, they kind of old. So.
I'm trying to think who recently got appointed.
I'm not trying to see him. What she talking about?
No, I'm trying to think about who recently got appointed. Some of them are on the younger side. Because, I mean, judges are forced to retire at age 70. So, they're trying to get judges a little younger in age. I think the youngest one most recently, I want to say she maybe 40.
Okay. Shout out to her, whoever you are. 40.
Yeah, shout out to her, whoever you are.
I think she's
40.
40. Yeah, so, I mean, no certain age limit. I mean, is if you can make your way around the legal community and get, recognized by by the governor by the time you're ready to apply and put your bid in to be judged. I mean, you could be any age as long as you got a legal degree.
So do you have to pay to apply to be a judge, or?
No, I mean it's a regular application process. You have to interview with different bar associations for whatever jurisdiction that you're trying to become a judge in, and then they'll move your application along towards the governor. But if you know him personally or you've interacted with him personally, then that gets you a bump up as well.
What you gonna do around year 10, right?
Yeah, depending on who the governor is.
Yeah, depending on who it is.
Yeah.
So you don't see Supreme Court judge in your future or anything like that? I mean, that would be.
That would be lovely. I always wanted to be, when I did decide that I wanted to go to law school, I always joked around I'm gonna be the first African American female Supreme Court justice. But we're about to get that this year, with Justice Breyer's leaving. Joe is about to, appoint that woman. So I think that's awesome.
Oh, that Joe. Yeah. Oh, she just. I'm thinking about Joe Budden.
He's about to appoint. He's promised that he's gonna appoint a black female.
So why can't you be the second, maybe, or the third?
I mean, we'll see how it gets. I mean, you gotta get
anything
yourself.
Anything's possible.
You gotta reach for the stars.
You gotta get yourself in the federal round to get up to that point. So
wait a minute. So you gotta get in the all right, hold on. So you become the regular judge here, right? So what you gotta do as far as federal? to be Supreme Court?
So most of them like usually either handle like or practice like in the federal realm. So like either like federal prosecutors or like they were law clerks for federal judges, and like you got to have connects. Like that's a different type of network than stateside.
Okay.
Well, while we on like the topic of reaching for the stars, because I know all y'all be in y'all groups and y'all be talking, y'all hear stuff. So is it females who actually having sex with these judges to like get into that judge seat?
She said she don't rub elbows, drink mimosas.
I don't believe her.
Them.
Everybody talks.
She said she don't hang with them.
She ain't gotta hang
she
with them.
not in the circle, so she don't know.
She ain't gotta hang with them. They could talk after court, before court. If somebody want to have a deal or something, they gotta talk. It might be a little bit of side intervention. So so if you say that on none of your cases, none of the guys try to, hey, we should go out for coffee.
I'm too standoffish.
What they call it, RBF.
Resting bitch face?
Oh yeah, that. Okay. Do you think that's what it is?
No, I don't know what it is.
I ask some question like.
Well, I'm just not that type because nobody has ever.
You just said you had like 400 cases, so you just nobody's like.
Possible.
Men, women.
Possible.
Okay.
Nobody has ever. I carry myself in a very professional manner, so.
I don't know when that ever stopped a nigga, but I.
Would you date someone that's a lawyer?
No.
But you're a lawyer.
By trade.
I love
I'm
that
not
by trade.
I'm not fitting to come home and argue and have like
you can't just leave work at work.
I would love to, but I feel like if you're dating a lawyer, it's gonna come up.
Okay. So
I can
basically,
see that.
you want a cop. That's what I'm getting at.
That's not it either. Because disagreements can start there too.
You know, as humans, we have disagreements.
Exactly, but I don't want to.
She want to leave work at work.
Yeah.
Anything that got anything to do with law, criminal.
Oh, so anything with
like
any implement
when I go
of your
home,
field
do
is
you
out.
know what I watch? I watch cartoons when I go home. I watch Cartoon Network, American Dad, Family Guy.
You didn't have a childhood?
I'm not going home and watching the news. I'm not going home and watching
Family Guy is my shit.
Law and Order. I'm going home to watch something that's gonna completely just.
Come on, you don't watch SVU?
No.
You missing out, tripping.
Why she got?
I'm not watching Identity Channel or whatever's ID channel. Yeah, I'm not watching that. I'm not, completely need to detach. I watch comedies.
Okay.
So
who knows if she's telling the truth? I don't believe it. But go ahead. Ain't nobody just sitting up there watching a whole cartoon channel all day. You watch real people.
Oh, I don't watch TV at all. I listen to music.
Okay, unjokingly now, did you have a childhood?
I did.
Okay, all right, cool.
What you mean?
I'm asking.
Because she still like cartoons?
No, but she just say like she just watch all of them.
No, I watch the stuff
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
Right, that's all of them. It's Cartoon Network.
They don't have everything on there though. They got specific.
But they got cartoons on
What's
there.
your favorite one on Cartoon Network?
Right now they got Futurama on. No, I'm gonna take that back. Rick and Morty.
My kids be watching it.
Your kids probably shouldn't be watching that.
They probably should not be watching.
They watch everything nowadays. Everything is on any channel.
Cartoon that I hate the most right now on Cartoon Network, Bob's Burgers. Like I can't stand them kids. Them kids get on my nerves.
But you still watch it.
I mean, it be on in the background. But them kids get on my nerves.
I would have never thought that. Like all this good television out here. Like you don't watch Ozark. Oh my God. You watch Billions.
She watch cartoons and listen to music.
You gotta watch real human beings. You don't watch human TV.
She's in a stressful job.
When I wake up in the morning, I watch the news for the weather. Like I listen for the weather for the day, and then I turn it off.
You don't watch Martin.
Ooh, I watch Maury sometimes. Do that count?
I guess.
I like that.
Stay humans, I guess.
Stupid baby mama drama. I watch that.
Okay. So you don't watch Love and Hip Hop?
No.
Atlanta Housewives? None of that stuff? Okay. Okie dokie. All right.
She said
You got something?
Cartoons. No.
Nigga lying, but all right. You don't watch no humans, just cartoons.
Come ask my kids what I watch. They judge. They definitely judge me.
They should. You don't judge yourself?
Cartoons. Keep
I
watching
will.
your
You, so other than more, you don't watch humans.
She listen to
I
music.
said I turn on the news in the morning.
I'm talking about, all right, but that don't count. It's not like a show. So you don't watch humans. So you don't go to the movies.
I see the Marvel movies, but I mean that's technically cartoons.
It's not cartoons. It's still humans. But other than that, you don't go to the movies.
Let's see Marvel movies.
Unacceptable. It's kind of unacceptable, but okay.
What kind of music do you listen to?
Right now, I've been like on this like urban contemporary spree. So like Brent Fayez, Division, Sir,
Okay.
Her, SZA, stuff like that.
Okay. Why do you call them urban contemporary?
Cause that's what Spotify said they are.
Okay. So do you watch porn?
No.
Okay. I'm just saying. Do you watch cartoon porn?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking a question. Because she like Cartoon Network. Cartoon. They got that's a category. They got anime porn, all that.
No.
But okay.
Why she don't watch human TV? Like, what you mean? Like,
Before.
Because like real people can act.
They can.
The same way you getting that from
just go
singing.
to work every day and see it play out in real life. Like,
Got a point.
It ain't the
Got
same
a point.
thing.
Sometimes sitting in the
That's what
courtroom,
you
you see
think.
some stuff.
These people are not trained actors. Like, it's not the same thing. But
Why are you? It's still a show.
okay.
you like TV, that's fine. That's your thing. Plus, there's no real incentive to watch TV anymore. All you gotta do is log on to social media. Somebody gonna tell you what happened on the show. Like, I could probably have a whole conversation about Housewives and never watch the show a day in my life.
I don't know about all that, but I guess
Well, not necessarily Housewives, but probably like Love and Hip Hop or like Power. I could probably have a conversation about that. I mean,
Who's Zeke?
That's the one he's 6 years old, but he was told that he was 2 or something like that. That's Mary J. Blige's son.
Yeah, oh yeah, you know. That's a little weird.
I ain't never watched it.
Never. Not even the first Power.
The first season, I probably watched like 2 episodes, but I was sitting and watching it with somebody else.
What do you do for fun?
Watch cartoons.
No, I go to sleep for fun. Or I travel.
Okay, that's cool. That's it.
How about to say we was in the same place like a week behind each other.
Oh, we
We
was.
missed each other.
Cause I travels too, you know. But like, what do you like? If a guy wanted to take you on a date, what can he take you other than a restaurant?
The gun range.
Okay.
I like active stuff. Like, we not going to the movies because how can you have a conversation if you're trying to get to know somebody?
Say y'all were. I asked.
Top golf.
Okay.
Axe throwing, bowling.
How is
like,
Top Golf? I never been. Is it
Never
overrated?
been?
No, because it just looked boring to me.
I mean, it depends. If you're
Who you go
competitive, right? It depends on who you go with and if you're competitive. Because if
Drinks
you're competitive, you'll
overpriced,
have fun.
but
The drinks are overpriced. You just sneak them in your purse.
Yeah.
Or in your pocket. You know how to do that. But, I mean, if you're competitive and you go with people that are competitive, you can have fun.
I guess.
just skip it.
Yeah, I ain't.
Well, she working on her swing, so you know.
Oh, yeah,
take
you
her
good.
to Top
You
Golf.
gotta go. You gotta
See how
go.
we bring that back in?
Go about 100 more times. You ready?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. So, is there anything else you wanna tell the people?
Any events for the nonprofits coming up?
Not immediately. I mean, Homebound, we're doing fundraising to be able to sponsor one male and one female who's either graduating from high school or going to college to assist them with prom, graduation, and moving into school.
Oh, that's what's up. That is what's up.
Prom, moving into the school.
Yeah, like if they're gonna go away to school. Yeah,
That's a
so
headache.
that they're not homeless.
That's a headache.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Dr. Umar again, Dan. Because he opening up a school. So don't nobody like Dr. Umar. It's just me. I'm not one like Dr.
we
Umar.
didn't like him.
I enjoy Dr. Umar.
Donations.
Come on, sister. You could have gave more than that. I mean, but some people just don't have it. So it is what it is. You shouldn't be putting them on blast on social media and saying, come on, Sister Patricia, you gave 10, but you could have gave 20 more. Like, don't do that to people.
Do it. She could have. She up there buying her fucking winning lottery tickets that she don't never win. And them cigarettes. Okay.
Yeah, that's Sister Patricia.
No, she cool.
I didn't know she was
What brand?
Paul Malls.
I can't with her.
All right, cool. About to close this out.
I'm done with
We
this.
want to thank you for coming.
Yes.
You know. What? Oh, all right. We want to thank you for coming. This lawyer, this beautiful black queen,
Yes,
everything
keep
she's
up
doing
the
for the
good work.
community.
Yes.
You know. Damn, what's the son I wanted to get to? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, we did want to talk about some snitching shit, though. See,
Different
no, because
levels
it's
of
like,
snitching. We learned this.
but you already said they might not be in the best place for, they might need to be locked up. So I don't know if nobody need to hire you anyway. You probably tell, yo, go ahead, rat on, yo. How do you feel about ratting? Like, well, you looking at it from the lawyer perspective, where as though you need to do what's good for my case.
No, I would take it from just a regular civilian perspective.
Okay.
I think that, for me personally, if I was in a situation where it's like, if I committed the crime, I'm not about to tell on A, B, C, and D to try to get myself out of it. I did it, I'm going to sit down. But if I was with somebody that committed a crime and I get arrested for said crime, oh, I'm telling. I'm not going to jail for nobody else.
But why were you with that person when, so you saying you ain't know the crime was going to happen?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay.
I am not going to jail for that person.
Okay.
Because if I've seen it on multiple occasions when the shoe is on the other foot. They not looking out for you. They not looking out for your kids. They not putting no money on your books. They ain't even answering your phone calls, and you in jail. Nope. I can tell you exactly where that person lived, first name, last name, date of birth.
Golly.
I promise you, I'm not going to jail for something that somebody else did.
Oh, so you the queen of global snitching, all right.
I don't think that's snitching.
No,
That's correcting the information. You got the wrong suspect.
it's a power joke. Don't worry about it. You don't watch TV.
No.
So was there ever? So what if like you got like a case, and you know the repercussions your client can have if he do snitch? Would you be like, I don't think you should probably do it because them niggas probably gonna kill you, or you looking like you should do it because it's gonna help you win the case?
I'm not gonna talk. They gonna make that decision on them.
Okay.
Own.
So you
Go
don't.
ahead and talk to your family. You let me know what you want to do.
Okay. All right. I think I got one more question. This it. You say you don't care about winning. Don't believe you. So when it come to like winning or losing, when you actually take the deal, would you rather just win flat out or taking the deal still consider a win?
I guess it depends on how you look at it, because
How do you look at it? I'm asking you.
so like with plea negotiations, you got to give a little to get a little. Right. So your maximum exposure for jail time is life plus 25 for, let's say I shot somebody. and they come to you with a plea offer that's like 60, suspend all but 30. You know that your homeboy snitching, if you want to say that, because your homeboy, they done arrested your homeboy, and he like, it wasn't me, it was him, right? so they got an eyewitness. They got you on video. They done recovered the gun, your DNA on the gun. You take this to trial,
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. So, I'm going to take that.
You gonna take that?
60, suspend all but 30.
Dang. Okay.
Because that's a win situation for me. And that, you eligible for parole in 15 years.
Okay.
That's just a hard pill to swallow.
One more question. This is the last question. It's a rapper, Troy Ave. Basically, he had a song where he stated, "Middle finger from the stand." So yeah, I don't know why you got alarm.
Because it's not there.
No, it ain't. So he got a song where he's saying "middle finger from the stand," but he basically saying everything I'm telling is not snitching because it's on camera, and y'all seen what happened. So would you consider it snitching? It is.
Oh, okay.
Would you consider it snitching, even with him being on camera? He's saying the same shit I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all already seen it. So I'm not snitching because it's on camera.
But just because y'all saw it doesn't mean that it's admissible in trial. Now your statement is, though, definitely always gonna come in.
Mm-hmm. But the tape is admissible because everybody's seen it.
Not always. You can find some type of legal technicality to get excluded.
Oh, okay. But I think he's saying, because this is an ongoing case, the tape is actually admissible.
Okay, I don't know anything about the case, but
yeah, the tape is admissible because they showed the tape.
Okay.
So I'm asking, is it considered snitching if he's saying y'all seen the shit on the tape? I'm telling y'all what happened. How am I snitching if we all watched it?
Because I mean,
Your statement.
it's still your statement. Like, just a video don't show everything. It don't necessarily show everything. It shows that portion of time that was recorded. So it don't tell you what happened before the camera cut on and what happened after that camera cut off.
Mm-hmm. But they going off of the gun being fired in the club and all that. Like, you see all that. You see him ducking. You see him shoot. I got to shoot the tape. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see that.
But, all right, cool. That's your opinion. You saying it's still the statement that matters.
Yeah.
So he's still snitching, in your opinion.
It depends on what else. Is he giving anything outside of what was in the video?
I don't know. I know he's saying he's giving what was in the video.
Because if he's sitting there narrating what happened in that specific video, okay, that's not snitching because he's narrating the video. But if he's saying, somebody that's off camera, yeah, he back there doing A, B, C, and D, like there was something that happened before the video cut on. Like, I don't know.
This is a wild case.
I'm going based off of what you're telling me. And so, it's circumstantial. It's going to depend on what he said.
On that note, it's been another episode of Anything Goes
Podcast.